Welcome to W.I.T.S, the What in the Shit News Network,
where we can't believe this crap either.
Welcome to the What in the Shit News Reaction channel, where we poke fun at today's headlines so you don't have to scream at your phone or TV alone. Today's episode, the economy, or as I like to call it, Survivor, Corporate America edition. Let's talk numbers real quick, don't worry. I'll put the medicine in the candy. Unemployment's hovering around 4.5%, which means millions of people are out here updating their Indeed like it's a full-time job without the benefits and layoffs. Over 1 million job cuts announced this year alone. That's not a trend, that's a clearance sale on human beings. Now here's the funny part. I'm a veteran. Served in Iraq and Afghanistan. Got shot at, blown up, slept in dirt, ate meals that legally shouldn't be called food. And when I retired and came home, America said, "Thank you for your service. Now please explain this 3-month employment gap." I survived war zones just to get laid off by an email that starts with, "Due to restructuring." This economy is wild. Jobs are disappearing, prices are climbing, and somehow the stock market's like, best year ever, baby. So today we are gonna laugh, because sometimes the truth only goes down if you hide the medicine in the candy.
Predicting
Let's get into
layoffs, mass layoffs starting again in January. Well, it never really ends. As you know, Amazon has laid off 14,000 in 2025, UPS 48,000 layoffs. Microsoft says it's AI related. Salesforce, thousands of layoffs. Government and public sector, over 300,000. Layoffs expected for 2026. Amazon, additional layoffs. UPS, continued layoffs. Telecom sectors such as Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. Tech sector broadly. Huge list of layoffs coming from 2025 continued into January 2026. There is a website that you can go to. It's called warntracker.com to see if you have an upcoming layoff within the next 60 days. Companies with more than 50 employees are required to add their name to the list.
6'4". Just so happens that I'm jobless, Tommy. Tell them what the truth is. You're jobless.
The head of Reality Labs over Meta told the team that it was going to be make or break. And clearly they didn't make it because now they are breaking a lot of people's jobs. Meta has lost tens of billions of dollars in the metaverse, which of course was just a distraction from other Meta scandals. And it sounds like they plan on ambushing employees in a meeting on Wednesday. The chief technology of Meta Labs has called a meeting on Wednesday, and he told staff to attend in person, saying that it was the most important meeting of the year. And of course, the year has just started. So they're telling him it's the most important meeting of the year when they will just be putting a lot of people out of work. Ouch. But that's the Meta way. Meta said that it could lead the way in the metaverse, but it ended up just being a laughingstock. It was a distraction that never really worked, and that sent a lot of money down the drain.
Is leaning back from the metaverse and leaning in to AI and AR.
White girl, I want to be your man.
Again, tough to discuss at the start of a year. Job losses, up to 1,000, maybe 1,500 people to go from Reality Labs over at Meta. But the reasoning is that they're leaning into the products that are selling. Look, you and I don't want to be hanging out in virtual worlds with our avatar quite as much as Mark Zuckerberg thought back in 2021. But what we do want is smart glasses made Ray-Bans, Oakleys, of course, their pivotal joint venture with EssilorLuxottica that maybe sees them go from 10 million units that they were aiming to make in 2026 up to 20 million, maybe even 30 million. And some of this is actually augmented reality, not just AI-enabled glasses that will tell you what you're looking at and you can hear translation, for example. But actually, you see a display as well in some of the more expensive types. And they can't make them fast enough. The inventory is too small for them to expand internationally as they'd hoped. So let me know what you think about this pivot, this doubling down on augmented reality and artificial intelligence, but this leaning back from the metaverse. Were you playing the metaverse? Were you looking to work? Were you looking to work out there? Had you created the avatar? Or were you waiting for sort of the easing in of VR?
laying off 500 employees total. So these layoffs were decided before the holidays. I'm sure you've heard of some of them. According to the article that I read, more than 1.1 million layoffs happened in 2025. I actually believe there was more, but we couldn't really track that because we missed some of those numbers towards the end of last year due to the government shutdown. Unemployment claims are rising. Economists say layoffs don't always signal a collapsing economy. I disagree. Experts point to corporate restructuring, profit maximizing decisions, leadership prioritizing shareholders, uncertainty around trade, fiscal policy, and AI. One labor economist says uncertainty makes employers pull back on hiring. An HR consultant says this isn't about the economy falling apart, it's about who companies are choosing to protect. Bottom line, January layoffs are coming. They're documented, they're planned, they are already in motion. Well, guys, different year, same shit.
I was gonna ask for PTO in March. I think I got it. It's January 5th, 2026, and I just got laid off of my corporate job at 5:05 p.m. I clocked out, and then I got laid off.
Screw you! You're fired!
Laid off. And then she's like, do you want to meet in the middle so you can give me like our stuff and whatever? And I'm like, girl, I have nothing but time nowadays, I guess, so I'll just drop it off. I don't mind. I'm sure you're a lot busier than I am, as a matter of fact. I'll just be hunting for a job. Like, how do I apply for unemployment? Is that a thing? What job do I go do now? We all know corporate life is like so hard to get into right now. I fought for months to get this corporate job. I'm like frustrated about a million different things right now. But mostly probably the fact that I have no money anymore. What am I to do? Like, there's honestly nothing I can do about it. So I can't just sit here and be upset and sad and cry and complain like I've been doing. Like, cheer up, Buttercup. Nothing you can do. Like, there's just nothing I can do.
Story short, budget cuts. This country doesn't value public health.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
Which is the field I spent 6+ years of my life studying. I've got $100,000 in student loans. Oh my God. Once we had a pandemic, I really thought, oh, we're gonna be investing in public health. People give a shit about this. Like, now's a good time for me to go to grad school. And now here I am getting laid off. All of the jobs that I've seen that are hiring pay less money than I make at a bar. So right now I am falling back on bartending, serving. Thank God I have those skills.
I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but something is happening with our workforce.
While I'm over here posting about layoffs and worrying about other people being laid off, I didn't even know that I had a layoff coming. And a few weeks ago, I had this dream that I got fired.
Treasure, how you doing now, girl?
I'm finding you, Miss Doty.
All right, girl, you look so good. You make me want to drink you up like a strawberry slurpee.
And I know that my dreams hold weight, so I was just anticipating and wondering when I was going to get fired, what I was going to get fired for. Every time they do layoffs, they put a meeting on your schedule. And basically, if you get a meeting, you pretty much know that you're going to get laid off, right? So it is December 5th. I get off at 5 o'clock. At 4:59 p.m., damn, I get a meeting invite. I basically already know. Like, I basically already know because I've been with this company 9 years and I've never received a meeting before. Obviously never been laid off. And so when I got this meeting, I knew that I was getting ready to get laid off. The next morning, I think the meeting was at 9 o'clock. The next morning, I pretty much anticipated it the whole morning. I didn't sleep well. I was sick. I did want to find a new job anyway. I wanted to do something new anyway, but I wanted to do it on my own time and on my own terms and not with being laid off. So go to the meeting. My manager is in there and HR is in there. And my boss says, your position has been eliminated.
You're fired!
Sweetie, after 9 years, we don't give a freak about your contributions to this company and the money that you've saved and ideas and the new innovations that you've given this company. We're going to go ahead and lay you off. But no, We're not going to lay you off immediately. We're going to make you work a whole nother month, 2 months, and help with the transition of the company when you know you're about to be not having a job. Talking about torture. That was some torture stuff.
To like be excited and be hopeful for a job opportunity just to keep on getting rejected over and over and over and over again. I literally don't think I can do this anymore. Honestly, the last thing I want to hear is people telling me like there's something better for me out there. Because how long is it gonna take?
What in the shit is going on?
Welcome to W.I.T.S, the What in the Shit News Network,
where we can't believe this crap either.